So many of you know I have been on a bit of a low buy, but I did end up picking up a few fragrances over the summer. So I wanted to share those with you, talk a little bit about them. There will not be a full review because some of these I haven't even worn on my skin yet, but I did want to show you what I got and talk a little bit about them. So the first one, actually, it's kind of like a grouping. Beauty Pie came out with a new fragrance called Le Smash Santal. And here's my thing. Look how cheap this packaging is, first of all. This reminds me of the packaging of the fragrances, like when you go to TJ Maxx and all the ones that are not in a box and they're just out there for people to spray and sniff. That's what this reminds me of. And again, they are marketing themselves as wholesale luxury. And we know that Beauty Pie can actually do decent packaging when it comes to fragrances. I feel like that was just like a quick sort of, I don't want to say money grab, but I mean, everybody is still kind of going crazy for the Ysl Libre perfume. And so I feel like that's what they did because they have the ability to do nicer packaging that doesn't look like this. But anyway, aside from that, I did write down the notes. And it says almond powder, cardamom, tea leaves, tonka bean, vanilla pods, vanilla lavender field, creamy sandalwood, musk white suede. Okay. It smells okay. I would say I'm gonna spray it in the box. Maybe I shouldn't have sprayed it there. I'll spray it on my arm. It smells almost chemically. I thought it was the box for a second. And I think it's the lavender coming across. And here's the thing is I love lavender, but this isn't a good one. I'm going to wear it a little bit more and I will get back to you, but I'm definitely not impressed so far with this. But also Beauty Pie did come out with these. It's their Scent Lab #1. And essentially the way they do this is they give you how many scents? 5 scents in here. You scan the QR code and then you take a little quiz on which ones you liked more. And then maybe they might bring it back as a permanent scent. The thing is I paid $26 for these samples. So I feel like that's also a little bit overpriced for what you're getting. I haven't even tested them yet. There is one that I sprayed. You can see it's like a little bit lower. It's this one. I did spray the vanilla one and I'll have to go back and double check, but for me the vanilla one smells almost identical to the Billie Eilish vanilla perfume. So depending on whether or not Beauty Pie comes out with that vanilla perfume, you might be able to get the same thing depending on what their pricing is from the Billie Eilish perfume. Yeah. This Santal perfume is coming across straight up lavender. It's crisp. I'm not getting a lot of like creamy sandalwood that you would expect. So it's not really anything like the Ysl Libre. Next is from YSL. So many of you may know that one of my favorite perfumes over the last couple years has been the Ysl Libre. And I have almost all of them. I don't think all of them, but I have really been enjoying them. And again, they're lavender perfumes. I do love a good lavender, not what's currently on my arm, but I do love a good lavender. So this one is the Libre L'Absolu Platine. The bottle's beautiful. The notes are aldehydes, bergamot, mandarin orange, lavender, blue lavender. I guess there's a distinct difference between the two. Orange blossom, and vanilla and amber. So I'm like on a fragrance group on Facebook where I think it might be the Fragrance Junkies or whatever, where they're just talking about it. And a woman had said that she sprayed this on herself and her son told her that she smelled like an old woman. And I'm wondering, and again, wear fragrance whatever age you are, but I'm wondering if he is associating aldehydes with what older women smell like. I like this. I think it's going to be beautiful in the winter. I'm not quite ready to wear this yet because it is deeper, but it also has like, again, that aldehyde kind of like sparkling quality as well. So I think this is going to be beautiful in the fall to winter when the weather gets a little bit chillier. So then also another vanilla lavender perfume. This is Burberry Goddess. It's newer. I would say this is more vanilla than lavender. There's just hints of lavender in it. The notes are vanilla, lavender, cacao, ginger, vanilla caviar, which essentially is just like, aren't they just like the little vanilla pod seed things? And then vanilla absolute. So I think it's a really nice sort of, if you're somebody who finds lavender to be a little bit too masculine, I think this is a nice way to kind of bring lavender in and still keeping it very sweet and feminine with all the vanilla, because it is, I would say, mainly a vanilla perfume. I haven't worn it a whole lot. Again, these are not full reviews. I will get back to you on that. But I think it's beautiful. I will say though, it's not super special, but I also think if you know somebody who's a vanilla lover, this would be probably a nice vanilla to give them, or to gift them, I guess, whatever. I don't really associate it with Goddess. When I think of Goddess, I think of like, I don't know, kind of like sultry, like heat, like resinous smells, and this isn't it to me. All right, so the next fragrance that I want to talk about is from Solstice Scents. So this was with their summer release, I believe. It's called Iced Nectar. I literally bought it the day it came out, when she had mentioned it on, I think, Facebook or Instagram, that it was coming out with a description. I immediately bought it because I really love the Sud Pacifique Apricot Vanille, and it doesn't last very long. And the bottle is tiny, and I essentially just use it as a body spray. But this has kind of a lot of the same qualities in it, and I was assuming it was going to be somewhat similar. So this has vanilla waffle cone, apricot jam, peach mango ice cream, and Tahitian vanilla. It's so yummy. If you like the Sud Pacifique, you'll like this, and it's a lot stronger. This is one of their alcohol-based scents, so not all of them are, but their scents are very strong. They last forever, so it's a really good value for your money. So I've really been loving this so far. So I guess that was kind of a review on that one. Okay, and then I have two more perfumes to talk about here. This one I bought. So when I came onto my low buy this year, I'm like, I'm gonna go back to buying perfumes the way I used to buy them. It's like when I go on a trip or a vacation, I can buy a perfume to remind me of that trip or vacation. I went to Chicago and I went to a department store with somebody I had met on that trip. It was a trip for Army. And so then I met somebody on that trip, and we decided to go perfume shopping. And this is what I ended up getting. It's the Estee Lauder Infinite Sky. And this has Szechuan pepper, Madagascar vanilla, and leatherwood. And I feel like it has obviously way more than that, and those are the only things that they're listing. If I can find something more online to describe this a little bit better, I'll definitely include it. But oh my gosh, it smells so good. It's gonna be perfect for fall. It's very sultry. It's like a very deep, sultry, kind of resinous vanilla scent. Very beautiful. And then this last one is the Santal Dan Shaw from Giorgio Armani. It's the Privé line. This is, I would say, similar to the Le Labo Santal 33, but I would say actually deeper. So if you were looking for something a little more deep, this has Calabrian bergamot, Guatemalan cardamom, violet leaf, musk, elemi, olibanum, sandalwood, dreamwood, and Virginian cedar. Very beautiful and woodsy, and somehow like still like it's not dirty, but it's deep. It's somehow like a deep sort of like woody kind of clean scent. Like I could picture myself wearing this with like a crisp white collared shirt. It's just so pretty. So yeah, that is the last fragrance I picked up. So let me know what you want a more in-depth review on. Again, I have like, I'm looking over here, I have over 400 fragrances, and I've separated them into scent type, and then I've also then re-separated them into brands. If you would prefer, just let me know. And eventually I may do it both ways before I like do a full declutter. But if you want, I can go brand by brand and talk about the fragrances from those brands, what I like, what I don't like. Or if you want, I can put together fragrances that I find to be very similar and compare them in videos that way. So just let me know kind of like what type of fragrance content you want to see, because I know a lot of you are here for fragrance content. And maybe I'll even put up a poll at some point. Many people don't even look at those, but like you can do posts and where people can answer polls. And I usually only get maybe like 10 replies on those. But if that's also something you want me to do, let me know. Anyway, I'm gonna jump off here and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.